Hey, it's Nick from Logic Inbound, and in today's video, we're going to show you the tactics and the techniques we use to drive Logic Inbound's organic search volume from about 100 visits a month to 43,000 in less than 10 months. So before we jump in, I'm going to give you a little bit of background to set the context. We started our agency in March of 2016, and like all small service businesses, we grew our client base and grew our business via networking and referrals. And it worked out well for a while, but eventually we got to a point where we realized that leveraging our network and our referrals is inconsistent and it's not scalable. And we knew that if we wanted to create the business that we originally envisioned when we started the company, we knew that we were going to have to create a scalable, consistent client acquisition channel. And as a search firm, we knew it had to be through search. There simply wasn't any other way for us to credibly go about building a scalable channel except for growing our organic search traffic. And so that's what we did. We started our campaign around May. We had 12 organic visits in May. We started pumping out content. It took a while, but then we really hit our stride. And by February of 2018, traffic has grown to 43,000 visits. I checked March's data. We're on track to hit 50. We're hoping we hit 100,000 by June. And so the techniques and the strategies that I implemented on Logic Inbound are also applicable to what you're working on if you're an e-commerce business or you're a national service business. If you're limited by geography or if you're a local service business, the strategy isn't going to work because the people reading the content aren't going to be able to convert into customers. But if you have the ability to sell your services anywhere in the country, location independent, or you run an e-commerce store, then these techniques are going to work for your business. Now, these techniques are really powerful and they're really, really easy to implement. Like they're dead simple. So I'm going to show you exactly how we did it. So this is a tool called Ahrefs. Right now we're using the Keyword Explorer feature, and I am going to ask the tool to tell me all of the ways that people search for a given keyword, like Shopify. But let me digress. The goal of this campaign is to get our content in front of qualified prospects. What does qualified prospects mean to Logic Inbound? Well, qualified prospects means marketers or founders that have the ability to hire external marketing vendors like Logic Inbound. We want to get our content out in front of them. We want to address the questions that they have, whatever they might be. And during that, we want to build trust and credibility because we want to capture their contact details, we want to convert them into a prospect, and we want to close deals with them. Now, the first step you have to take is put yourself in your prospect's shoes. What are they searching for during the sales cycle of whatever it is you want them to buy? Now, I'm going to give you guys 3 examples. I'm going to show you how we did it. I'm going to show you how to do it if you're a mobile app development agency, perhaps, maybe web development, same concepts. Any national service that you can deliver services across the country. And I'm going to give you guys an e-commerce example as well. So let's start with how we did it. So we know our target market is marketers at larger organizations and founders at smaller organizations. We have to figure out what those people are searching for. Well, as a marketer and founder, it was pretty intuitive for myself to figure out. What I'm searching for is tactical information related to the platforms and the tools I'm using. So one tool that came to mind immediately was Shopify. The only people that are searching for Shopify are marketers and founders. There's no consumer searching for Shopify. Now, this is actually such a good platform to build content around as an SEO company, because Shopify has no consumer volume, but it also has a significant amount of traction because of how easy it has made entrepreneurship. So what I've asked the tool to do is tell us all of the ways that people search for the word Shopify, and there's 158,000 ways. Here are a couple: Shopify, Shopify login, Shopify stock, Shopify themes. So there's a lot of them. Now, I only want to target the keywords that are informational in nature. I don't really care about ranking for Shopify stock. Not only do I not have anything to sell to people that might land on that page, but yeah. So what I want to do is I want to target people who are in the top and the middle of the funnel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use keywords like what, why, where, who, verse, reviews to target those informational searches. So I know verse is a good one. I know that because I play in this campaign. So WooCommerce versus Shopify, BigCommerce versus Shopify, Shopify versus WooCommerce. These are all things that are being searched by marketers or founders evaluating either creating a new store or migrating to a new platform. Now let's take Wix versus Shopify. I think we wrote an article about that. So we did, and we're ranked number 2. We're not quite number 1 yet.
I don't know that one.
But we're working on it. Sorry, Alexa just turned on. So there's a bunch of these. We could try reviews. Shopify reviews, 14,000. That's probably an article I want to write. We could try how does Shopify work? How to use Shopify, how to cancel Shopify, how to sell on Shopify. There's a lot of gold here. So not everybody is an SEO agency, and I want to give you guys a couple of examples that will really cement it in your guys' heads on how to do this keyword research and how to align your content with Google. Let's do it from an e-commerce perspective. In this scenario, I am a tea store. I sell tea. Maybe I sell matcha tea. All right. So again, we want to go back to the Keyword Explorer, and we want to search for our core keyword that we think qualified prospects are also searching for at some point during the buying life cycle. Now, as a tea shop, I want to rank for things like matcha tea and buy tea online and tea for sale. But I also know that I'm competing for those keywords against every other tea company in the world, and that those are going to be the most competitive keywords that I can target during this campaign. A great strategy while you're working on those competitive keywords would also be to create content that aligns with Google, slide in the back door, get your content, your brand in front of tens and tens of thousands of tea drinkers, capture their contact information, and sell them some tea in an email marketing campaign. So tea is actually a great category because of how much search volume it has. Our tool is telling us that there's 1.3 million variations in the way that people search Google for tea. So let's find some good ones where we think people that we could sell stuff to are searching for. Let's try how. How to make ginger tea, 10,000 searches a month. If I sold ginger tea, I'd want to rank for this because everyone who is searching for this is a ginger tea drinker. How to make tea. The person searching how to make tea has a cup of tea in their hands, right? How to make milk tea, how to make bubble tea, how much caffeine is in green tea, how to make sweet tea, how to make sun tea, how to make Thai tea, how to make Matcha tea, 4,300 searches a month. If I sell matcha, I would definitely want to rank for that keyword. Let's try verse. Tea versus coffee, 3,900 searches a month. Coffee versus tea, 3,700. Green tea versus black tea, 3,100. Black tea versus green tea, 3,000. All right, one last example. Let's pretend that I'm a mobile app developer. I create mobile apps for cool companies, and I want to target people who want to hire me to build their mobile apps. Now, one trick is if there's multiple variations of the core keyword, you want to search them all at the same time. Mobile apps, mobile app, because you don't know how consumers are going to search Google. You shouldn't rely on intuition because the data is always correct. And so we don't guess whether people are searching Google mobile app or mobile apps. We just do both. All right. So let's try how again. How to make a mobile app. Every month, 1,300 people search this. How to create a mobile app. Every month, 1,100 people search this. How to become a mobile app developer. Maybe that's not such a good one. Let's try verse. Web app versus mobile app, 250 searches a month. The only people that are searching web app versus mobile app are people that are considering building a mobile app and they're not sure whether they should build it as a web app or a mobile app. Try reviews. Maybe cost. Mobile app development costs. Okay, so one other thing that you should look out for is making sure that your core keyword is not too narrow. For example, I use mobile apps when I really should have used app and apps, because I don't know if consumers more commonly search with the word mobile or just apps. And it turns out that they more commonly use app, and by optimizing for mobile, I wouldn't have executed correctly on the campaign. It probably still would have turned out okay though. So let's try that search again. How to make an app, 35,000 searches a month for how to make an app. How to create an app, 34,000 searches. How to make an Android app, 9,100 searches. Let's see if we can find one related to cost. Every month, 2,600 people search how much does it cost to make an app. You don't have to convert a very high percent of those people to make a lot of money. I have blog posts that we spent maybe a couple hours writing and we published a year ago, well, 10 months ago, that are still seeing hundreds or thousands of visits a day. That's the beauty of a content campaign, is the unique long tail nature of Google searches. You're going to continue to get the traffic on and on and on and on and on. And as time goes by, it actually turns out it gets a lot cheaper compared to something like a PPC campaign to drive the same results. Because as soon as you stop paying with PPC, the campaign's over. But the blog posts that I write will continue to get traffic for years and years and years and years. So again, you don't have to convert a very high percentage of those people into leads or sales to make a ton of money on a search content marketing campaign. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to send me an email. Also check out the tool ahrefs.com. I think there's a 2-week trial that you can use, and you guys can plan your whole content campaign within 2 weeks. So I hope you guys learned a lot. I hope this was enlightening for you. Have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon.